Hi everybody, it's Andy Phillips here from Property Pipeline Pro and welcome along to this webinar. Now we just wait for a few more people to come on. We've got a lot of people online tonight and welcome along because it's if you're here, there's going to be a reason why you're here. You're looking to accelerate your property business and know that getting online is going to be about the best bet for you to actually get out to a much wider audience, and this is what we're really all about. So what we're going to look at tonight is how to professionally market your property business online. Now, there comes a time in every single business where the rubber hits the road, where you need to attract your perfect target audience to your property business. And it makes sense to look at the internet and the power of online marketing to attract those people into your business. So this is really more about how to professionally attract and convert private investors, joint venture partners, as well as motivated sellers or disgruntled landlords online in a way that gets you results. So just before I go into the actual meat and bones of this webinar, I'd like to give you a bit of a rundown of who I am, just why I've got the qualifications, so to speak, to actually talk to you tonight about this. My name's Andy Phillips. I've been in property investment since 2001. I started way back, 20 odd years ago. And in them days I started with buy-to-lets. There was a way you could actually buy property in them days, where if you got a discount on a property, you could actually use that discount as a deposit. It was called the no money down strategy, which a lot of people were using in them days. If you actually got more than 15%, you needed a 15% discount. If you got more than 15%, you would actually get paid to buy property. I then went into things like refurbs and flips and other bits and pieces, which really helped me to build my property portfolio. But my real love was marketing, and I've been over 30 years in marketing. I'm a specialist in funnel marketing, and I'm going to go through exactly what funnel marketing is during this presentation, so you see the power of the funnel. Rather than just sticking websites up, we actually use funnel technology. I'm a speaker, a trainer, a marketing consultant, initially to the SME market, but moved into working with entrepreneurs and solo business owners to help them to promote their business, and even more recently, property business owners to help them to actually create a property business online, to bring in the perfect target audience and to get end results. And I've been working with property business owners for 10 years plus. Another aspect of the property business over the years from 2013 to 2019, I was involved in a business which was actually putting up new build property. So we'd buy land and put new build property up. We ended up with around about 16 sites, and here's just a few pictures of the new build properties which we actually put in place. And this was all down in Merthyr Tydfil, South Wales. I had a lot of good business partners within the business. My primary focus within the business was really to bring on investors. So we had some government funds and other bits and pieces like that, but a lot of the deals were funded by private investors. And it was part of my job to actually get those private investors on board, to get them interested, to attract those people in, to engage with them, to nurture them and convert them into people who are actually investing in the business. So we had people coming on straight away, they liked what we were doing and they wanted to invest. But we also had a lot of people who loved what we did, but really weren't quite ready to invest. So we had to nurture those people in. And as new deals came on, we was bringing in new investors from our prospect list. And this is the experience that I'm bringing to this. I'm actually in property, I know what I'm talking about, and the Property Pipeline Pro solution is specifically designed to help you to actually achieve those same end results. Now, you might not be doing large property deals, large property development deals, but it doesn't matter. Whatever you're doing, whether you're doing refurb flips projects, HMOs, you could be sourcing investment for other people, you could be doing purchase lease options. It doesn't really matter what you're doing. You're always going to need funds from private investors. And the best way to do that is to have an online presence that actually works and gets those end results. Now, I talked about the concept of funnel, and a lot of people have seen these sort of things. So on the right-hand side of the screen here, we've got a very proven way of the concept of funnel, which is the AIDA model, which is awareness, interest, decision, and action. It also uses awareness, interest, desire, and action. It's the same thing. But the whole idea is to attract people, engage with them, nurture them, and convert them into that end result, which is a private investor that's working with you. But also conversely, if you're using your marketing right, you can also bring in deals. Again, just using the power of the internet. So whether you're looking to get below market value property, to source property for others, or to find property projects that you need private funding for. And that could be commercial to residential, it could be a HMO project, it doesn't really matter what it is. You still need to get both deals in one side and investors in the other. And I think the best way to start this is to really look at the 3 stages of property marketing. Now, it can get more involved in this, but the best way to think about setting up your marketing is just to think about 3 basic stages. And the way I want to go about doing this is to start with looking at the customer journey. So think about your customers. Think about the people you're trying to entice into your business, to attract into your business. But think about what their journey is to finding you and ultimately wanting to deal with you. Because if you think about the customer journey, you start putting in marketing processes that make sense to the customer. So the very first thing the customer would probably see is some sort of consistent social presence. And this is really strategically targeted posts. But the big word here is consistent. Most people are on social media nowadays. Most people are on the social platforms on their phone, and it's the first place they're going to see you. So it's worth putting in some time into this consistent social presence so people get used to seeing you. And the interesting thing is that the property business is absolutely perfect for consistent social presence. If you think about the process that goes involved into a property deal, from looking at areas to finding the properties, to taking them on board, whether you're purchasing or you're doing property management, if you're doing rent to rent or something like that, and then doing it up, getting tenants in, or working with your clients to get tenants in, the finished product, handover of the keys, all of these stages of going through this property process from beginning to end can all be documented, can all be filmed. And each part can be part of a social journey that you can bring people along with. They see you're actually on the ground doing this. And that gives people a lot of faith in who you are, what you do. So having a consistent social presence, using that technique by documenting this whole process from beginning to end can be really, really powerful. And get a lot of people following you. You might get direct messages, you'll get people commenting on these posts. So that's the first part of this customer journey where they see you're actually on the ground doing it. The second part is when you actually start doing some sort of stable traffic program. So this is things like Facebook ads, Google, YouTube ads, that sort of thing. So once you start getting into ads, you're actually targeting people online who are your perfect target audience. So it boosts your ability to be shown in front of the people who you really want to be seen by. So it starts with this consistent social presence, moves on to stable traffic programs such as Facebook ads and Google and YouTube ads, that sort of thing. And the customer's journey ends by actually getting on to your websites. Now I talk about websites and I'm going to go through why that's important. But this is your online presence. This is where you can put in this concept of attraction, getting people to see exactly what you are, what you do, how you work. And it can all be automated. You can have follow-up systems. You can have calls to action on the site. This is exactly where you can attract, nurture, and convert people to the end result that you want, which is engagement with that perfect target audience. Actually talking to people, or more accurately, getting people to talk to you. So that's the customer journey. But the build process is almost the exact opposite. You need to start with an online business presence, your websites, because otherwise it's pointless doing social media. It's pointless having ads if you've got nowhere to push them to. So the build process is the other way around. You get your websites up and running, and then you start doing as much social posting as you possibly can, and then maybe move on to things like the stable traffic programs such as Facebook ads and advertising online to get in front of your perfect target audience. And understanding this process is absolutely critical to your success. As I say, it's no point actually having a social presence and starting putting posts up if you've got nowhere to send people. They need to have some sort of call to action to find out more. It seems logical, but many people just scrape around within social media without having some way of attracting and nurturing and converting people who are ideal to your company, ideal to your business. So let's start looking at what the actual website requirements are. And this will give you an insight into why we provide 2 websites for all of our clients. And the simple reason is because you have to focus 100% on your perfect target audience. And when you're getting deals, you're looking at one type of audience. When you're looking at getting investors on board, you're talking about a completely different target audience. And one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of people make with their property websites is they put everything onto one website. So in other words, it appeals to nobody. Now this is not a new concept. This is fundamental marketing. Your website has got to focus 100% on your perfect target audience. Otherwise you're literally just leaving money on the table. You're wasting cash on a website that does not focus on one target audience. And if you do that, it means you can tell the site visitor exactly how you can help them reach their goals. And again, these two target audiences have different goals. So having one website which is specifically designed for investors to come on board is focusing on their goals. We have a phrase in the marketing industry which is websites that we all over themselves. So we do this, we do that, and no one really cares. The only thing people really care about is how you can help them achieve what they want to achieve. So your whole site, whether it's a focus site in investors or a focus site on motivated sellers or disgruntled landlords, is all about how you can help them achieve their goal. The other thing is to have some sort of clarity in your messaging. As soon as someone hits your site, they've got to know that they're in the right place. This is a website that's been specifically designed for them, to help them. And your messaging has to have genuine clarity. So right from the top of the page, your headline has got to appeal to them. Your strapline has to appeal to them, because then they will take more notice as they go down the page and read more. If the top of the website doesn't capture them very, very quickly, and we call this above the fold, it's what people land on as soon as they get to your site. But if it doesn't appeal to them directly and give them an element of curiosity, if this is something which could help them, then they'll go. We've heard the old trope about you've got like 10 seconds before someone clicks off your site unless you've captured them. And that's true. Some people give it more than 10 seconds. Some people just click off if it doesn't appeal to them straight away. So your site has to appeal to your target audience straight away. Are they in the right place? Another essential is that it has to have really defined calls to action. And I'm going to go into this a little bit. I'm going to talk about what the calls to action should be and also how those calls to action work within a funnel concept. But those calls to action are all there ready to help you to encourage people to take the actions within the funnel so you get your desired end result. And the desired end result is simply to have a face-to-face engagement with them. Now, whether that's over coffee if you're local to the person who's been on your site, but primarily is to do a Zoom call so you can have a conversation face-to-face with people. It's proven that you close more business if people are talking directly with you. And now lots of people are going online, lots of people are using things like Zoom, primarily because of, lockdown and all that sort of thing. People are just used to doing Zoom calls. And so your desired end result is to get them to a point where they actually book a call with you to talk to you. If they've gone to this point, they're really, really interested. They want to find out more about you and they want to talk to you. And if they've got to that point, then you've got a really good chance of bringing on an investor, a serious investor that wants to do business with you. Now, I spoke about the concept of having two websites, and I want to explain exactly why. Now, I've touched on the reasons, or the primary reason, which is to attract the right audience to the right site. So we've got an example here. Now, it doesn't matter what techniques or strategies you're using. In this example, we're just using a company that sources property for other investors. But what we're trying to do here is to build an automated property business machine. So the primary site is the investor attracting site. And this one is 100% focused on getting investors on board. This is for, in this site example, to attract people who are looking for sourced property. So these will be people who have got money, but they don't have the time or the skills to source property themselves. And there's lots of people out there doing property sourcing or property deal sourcing. But in order to be a successful property deals sourcing business, you need to find the deals, which is why we have a secondary bonus motivated seller site, or in some cases a disgruntled landlord site, which again is 100% focused on that target audience. We don't mix messages. So the idea is that you can bring deals in one side and then package up sourced property deals to a different audience. So two audiences, two distinctly different websites. They don't even have to be branded the same. And this is so one audience doesn't see the other side of your business. Each site is just targeted wholly on the audience you're trying to attract and giving them a solution to the problems they've got. So on the right hand side, we've got the motivated seller site, which is buying property below market value and most of the time in a specific area. And you're solving a problem for those people. It's a service. And if you're doing this properly, it's a win for them and it's a win for you. On the left-hand side of the screen here, we have a site which is attracting investors. Wholly, 100% focused. So arguably that's the most important site to bring on investors and bring on investor partners or JV partners into your business. The motivated seller site is really to find the deals. And traditionally the best way to do that is to do something like geo-targeted ads within a specific area. So that's what we have both of these. And that comes within the Property Pipeline Pro package. Now to do this may seem a little daunting, but that's why we do everything for you. We do all the tech for you and we set all these up. But we also provide the technology for this as well. And that's really important to get the technology right. And it has to be simple. So what we do is we provide the marketing suite at the back end to simplify your technology as much as possible. You can control everything from just one platform. So you control your marketing, your conversion, your engagement and client process from one place. And the software we provide gives you websites, so you can actually create the websites in there. We actually do that for you, but you can create websites within it. You've got a CRM, which is a customer relationship management software. This is where you build your list of prospects and clients. It's also got an automated email responder in there, so you can email people automatically through the system without you touching it. We've also got pipeline software. Now, pipeline software is just a visual representation where every single client or prospect is within the process. So you can see who's downloaded your prospectus, for instance, or see who's booked a call. This is turning your property business into a professional business, where all the information you need is at your fingertips from one location. And I'll explain why that's important in a second. Through this system, you can also do appointment booking and automate the whole process. Now, you don't need to worry about the automations. Again, we do all that for our clients. We do all the automations all set up, ready to go. But the importance of this is you don't go down the wrong road of building a tech stack. So getting a website in place, then discovering that you need some sort of email autoresponder, and then trying to tie that into your database, and then trying to get a pipeline software on there, and something like Acuity or Calendly as an appointment booking software. Everything is in one place. So we don't start building a tech stack, which is going to take you a long time and it's going to cost you more in the long run. Everything is in one place at one cost. And what this basically does, it enables you to run your whole marketing system from just one dashboard. And it's software that you'll be using as long as you have your property business up and running. And it will grow and scale with your business. These are incredibly important things. The last thing you want to do is spend your time working on software, working on connections, or even worse, changing software halfway through, which is what a lot of people do in business, not just in property business. But they start with one system, realize that's not good enough, move it to another system, realize it doesn't do everything and they really need to get some other piece of software in there. They've got to link it all together. It just becomes a bit of a nightmare. And you don't want that. You want to be out there running your property business. You want to be out there finding deals, doing deals, talking to investors, bringing funds into the business. This is why using professional marketing software, fully automated, hands-off, is the best way to build and scale your property business. So let's have a look at some investor sites. These are all ones that we've done for our clients, but I want you to see what they've got in common. As I said before, when people land on your site, they need to know that it's for them. So headlines are important, calls to action are important. So in this one, you've got your partners in co-living investments. So straight away, if you're an investor that wants to get into co-living investments and you need to find someone who can help you do that, these would be the people to do it. You'll also notice there's a call to action right at the top of the screen to download a welcome investor pack. You'll also notice that we've got a desktop version and a mobile version as well. I don't know if you know this, but something like 70% of people exclusively use their mobile devices. They will never see your desktop version. It's also true that about 95% of people who access websites on the internet use mobile as well as going to desktop. So your sites have to be functional and working and look great on both those platforms, desktop and mobile. Here's another one. And you can see again, calls to action at the top. Headlines that say exactly what this company does. And the calls to action here is to download our guide and to book a call. Again, another one, download our welcome investor pack. And again, download our welcome investor pack. This is something which an investor will do. If they look at your site and they think, this looks interesting, I think I want to find out more. It gives you the opportunity to have a call to action, which is to download something. As soon as someone's downloaded your investor pack, their information goes into your database. So you've got a lead. You've captured a lead. And the currency for that is simply their name, telephone number, and email. If they're interested, they will have no problem putting those details in because they want to get something from you. And we call it currency purely because most people don't give away their email address lightly. People are fed up of spam. So you know that if someone's put their details in to download your investor pack, they're interested. They've self-selected themselves in to be a prospect. And here's another one. Again, right at the top, on this one we've got a video, but also we've got a call to action, which is download our welcome investor pack again. And again, the website looks great on desktop and also on mobile. So let's discover a little bit more about these calls to action and what they actually do. So the first one is to download the investor pack. The investor pack is simply a PDF document. It needs to be a professional looking PDF document with some specific information in there. This is providing the prospect investor with more information about who you are, what you do, how you work, strategies you use, exit routes, how you work with investors, and how they can get involved with you. If you've never done one of these before, don't worry, we have investor pack templates, which we give to all of our clients. We also give you a complete list of what content should be in there and how you should be putting it in. We've tried to cover all the bases here. And how it works is here, when they click on that button, when they click on the button that says download our welcome investor pack, it opens up a form. And this is where they put in their first name, last name, email and telephone number. And all they do is click on the download and it will go straight through to a page where they can download that document. So you've delivered on your promise. But what will also happen is an automated email will go out to that client or that prospect with a little bit of information, but also the link to the guide. That means if they come off the page where the guide is available, they've still got an email with the link in there so they can go to it at any time. But it also means that we can follow up with them automatically. Again, you don't have to do anything here. You just let the system work its magic. So an email will go out initially, in a few days another email will go out, and then maybe in a week and a half another email will go out, and we can continue this until they take the next step, which is to book a call with you. Which is the other call to action on this page, is to book a call. Now, they may book a call directly from the site, or they may book a call with you from the follow-up emails that go out, and also within the investor pack, we can actually put a link in to your call booking page. So whichever way they get through to this, whether they click it on the website here, the call to action at the top of the page here, they click the link within an email that you sent them, or they've clicked a link within the PDF that they're reading, it goes through to exactly the same page, which is this one, which is your call booking page. Now, you would have seen this quite a lot. You've got products like Calendly and Acuity, all do these sort of things, but you don't need them. You can do it all within the marketing software that we provide. And again, you don't have to set this up. We can set all of this technology up for you. It's what we do. And the great thing is you can have these calls to action anywhere on your page. So as you can see, this is setting everything up so you have an automated property business machine. 2 websites going out to 2 distinctly different audiences, and all the tech in the back end to enable you to attract, nurture, engage and convert your perfect target audience into your business. So let's have a look at some case studies. First we have Steve Cowgill, and let's look at some feedback from Steve on this. Steve wrote to me and said, I've had people speak to me who think I've been in property for decades and decades because of the professional look and feel. And I'm talking about experienced investors who are impressed by the look, feel and the professionalism and how easy it was to navigate. In terms of raising the profile of the business, it's been untold in terms of benefit. Having a website's upgradable, but having a really good professional website just puts you above everybody else. But also it means that the investor has confidence as they go through the process. An investor needs confidence in you. They need to see your professionalism. With an unprofessional site, you can lose investors immediately. With a site that's got great functionality and has calls to action that brings them into the business, not just getting their details, but actually brings them into the business so they get to the point where they want to talk, is incredibly important. And we talked about 2 sites, and Steve's got a second site, which is dedicated landlords. This is the motivated seller site or the disgruntled landlord site. Again, we have Mark McAleenan. 2 sites, one for investors and one for motivated sellers. Adam and Dan from Source Property, again 2 sites. Again, this one's a rent-to-rent site. But you can use ones that are just specifically motivated seller sites. We buy houses. We provide a service where we can buy your house fast. Again, professional site goes out to investors and one to HMO property management, or providing HMO property management. So what does this all mean? What it means is we do a done-for-you process. We take care of the whole technical setup. We set up your website. We help you with your initial investor pack download, set up your calendar, book appointments, automate the whole process and give you access to a full marketing suite so you control your business professionally. And we hold your hand through every step of the journey. And that's not rhetoric. We actually hold your hand every step of the journey. If you come across a bump, whether it's a psychological bump, don't know quite what to write here, or some technical difficulty you're having, we take all the tech off you, but if for some reason you find it difficult to purchase a URL, for instance, we can jump on a call and help you with that as well. We help you every step of the way. And Steve said it's a great system. It helps you get your business online. And if you're like me and worried about all the technical challenges, don't worry. Andy and his team will hold your hand and take you right through the process. And Adam said, working with his team to help me get set up has been amazing. Me and Andy working together has been so good, I can't recommend it enough. It's been an amazing process, and we do want it to be an amazing process. We want you to have fun through this process. Life shouldn't be a chore, but he also said it's going to elevate and take my business to the next level. And if you're wondering, this is a completely unique done-for-you program. No one else does this out there, but it helps you to get your property business online fast and professionally. So what's your next steps? If this is of interest to you, then unlike a lot of other products and services, we're not saying go and buy it now. What we want you to do is to book a call with us. This is just to make sure that we're the right fit for you and you're the right fit for us. We can have a chat about your business, discuss how it works, and we can show you a demo of the software so you can see exactly what you're getting. We can also go through the websites that we create, how we create them, and some of the psychology behind it as well. Now, there will be links around this video where you can book a call with us. But even if you don't think it's quite right for you now, just book a call. We'll have a chat about your business. We'll talk about what we can do, how we can provide a service that you need. And then as soon as you're ready, you know we're here to help. So there's no fake scarcity here. It's you do this when you're ready to do it. And if you're ready to go, we can help you get set up. And if you want to find out a little bit more information about Property Pipeline Pro, then just go to propertypipeline.pro. Go and find out what we're all about. There's a video on our landing page which goes through exactly what we do and how we do it. Or you can email me direct to andy@digitalcascade.com. And then we can just send you links to some information. But if you want to discuss exactly what we do and just go through your business with us, then book a call with us. We're always happy to talk to people.